Hello, fire signs, and welcome to your mid-month read for August 2020. This is just, wow, it's just been such a busy, speedy year. My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction, and let's get started. So a couple housekeeping things before we start. I am outside. My dogs are outside. My kids are all home, so if we are interrupted, I do apologize. I cuss a little bit, so there's your warning. If that is not for you, then, well, I would exit. Stage left now. All right, so we are going to start. Today we're actually just going to do a fairly traditional Celtic cross spread. So we're going to start with the heart of the matter, and we're actually going to start with the LQ Oracle deck, which is also kind of known as the She Who deck. So you do not need to be a feminine to be able to relate this card into your life by any means. All right, so this is for collective fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, okay? It doesn't need to be your sun sign for this reading to fit somewhere in your life. So, She Who begins. Primavera, look at that. Launch, actualize, potential. Isn't she beautiful? Primavera. So this one I'm going to read for you. And if I set this like this, can you see her? Okay, excellent. She who begins. Primavera, she who begins, celebrates the birth of all things in nature. She welcomes the rising sun as the herald of each new day. Delicate vines echo the fine chain she wears as her crown. Rather than become a part of the vines, she moves into the next moment. Everything she honors has a fresh start. The grapes will be transformed into wine, and the butterflies will lay eggs for the next generation of caterpillars. All things in her purview launch, All things in her purview launch something else, so Primavera rejoices in the potential of all things beginning. This card urges you to get started. Whatever has been on your mind or in your heart, this is the moment to begin. Commit to the journey ahead by facing the dawn. You are being called forth to set match to the fuse. It is time to light things up and take the next bold step. Spread your wings and put a smile on your face as you greet the next good thing coming into your life. Like Primavera, open yourself to beginnings. It's time to actualize your potential. Well, there you go. This is the heart of our matter, my friends. It is time to begin. So, fire signs, where do you feel like you must begin? And look at this, actually. On the bottom of that deck was She Who Creates, Sheila. Okay, so what is it? What is it that you are beginning? What is it that you are, rising up here? What are you starting, fire signs? All right, let's get into this. We're going to leave that for that, and we're going to pull a couple tarot here. Yeah. I think this is how we'll do it. I did a little different for the air signs, but I wanted to try something else for this one. All right, so we're going to pull 3 tarot cards here for the She Who Begins, this heart of the matter here. And this deck that we're using is the Light Seers Tarot. Ace of Pentacles, guys, new beginning, and an actual tangible new beginning, something that you're starting. Could be a new job opportunity, could be a new love, could be a new just way of life. But it's something that is really going to bring completion, excitement, celebration to your life. Something that you're enthused by, for sure. The 6 of Wands and the 5 of Wands reversed, which we're not taking reversals, so 5 of Wands upright. Look at that. Okay, so this heart of the matter, it's the Ace of Pentacles was the first card out. It is a tangible new beginning. There is something here. This beginning is something that you can actually grow within your hands. It's something that you're actually going to be able to start. And whether or not that new beginning is already in your hands or it's coming within these next few weeks, being open to that possibility, being open to the idea and acknowledging new starts as they kind of appear before you, that is a huge step, right? This this new beginning, this new start, it's something that you've been waiting for, okay? It's something that has been in the works, in the midst. And whether it was something that you've consciously been working at, or it's been something that, has kind of been underlaying, and now you're just like finding that enthusiasm to go forward and really spark this this new beginning, this celebration. Like that's what Four of Wands are about. It's about, coming together. It can be talking about engagements. It can be talking about weddings and celebrations and stuff like that, but really just rejoicing with the people around you. Like it's about like completing cycles and having celebration here. It's a beginning that is actually really going to fulfill you for sure. And see, the Six of Wands was after that Four of Wands, because the Six of Wands is talking about that self-liberation. Whatever this new beginning is for you, it's coming forward as, and even if it's not something that's like an actual project, and more or less it could just be a different way of life, a new kind of direction on how you're actually going to tangibly, right? Tangibly, this Ace of Pentacles is something that you're actually tangibly doing, okay? But it's liberating. Whatever this beginning is to you, whatever this, new venture forward to you, it liberates who you are. And it not only liberates yourself for your own kind of feeling, but it liberates you in the world around you. People are going to recognize this new beginning, this liberation of self, okay? The Five of Wands, can see how it's kind of very scattered and unfocused. And I feel oftentimes that we can be scattered and unfocused. And it's kind of hard sometimes to even be able to not even necessarily unfocused. Sometimes we have that ball of fire that we're, actively competing to, and it's almost like we're doing it in too sporadic of a way, right? And this, as the Five of Wands comes out here behind these ones in this beginning, it is talking about that. It can be talking about that drive, that competitive drive to reach this pentacle, to like that fireball that everybody's kind of here reaching for, okay? This Five of Wands can be talking about that kind of like sporadic kind of energy where you're just like reaching for the stars kind of almost. But it is about focused. It can be, you have to be cautious, because fives in the tarot are often, they're kind of a cautious number. So, be sure that your focus is not like you're not overthinking and you're not too fixated on something here, but allow spirit and yourself just to begin this naturally. Like Primavera is not, as though she's beginning new, she's not stressed and freaking out about it. She's very calm and relaxed in the beginning, right? And that's how you should be. In any new beginning, it's trusting spirit, right? All right, let's see what the challenging energy is to this heart of the matter here. That is Nova, and she has an issue with squirrels living in our trees. Which, as you can tell, I have tons of trees and lots of squirrel neighbors. My dog just has an issue with it. All right, so the challenge here, the blocking of this heart of the matter. What is the challenge of this heart of the matter, this new beginning here, Spirit? What is the energy of the challenge here? Patience, oh my. Patience and the angel of love. And walking away is on the bottom of that deck with envy behind it. Can be walking away from things that, thinking that your life isn't good enough. Thinking like the envy card here behind it here on the bottom of the deck. Okay. This envy card is somebody, like she lives in a house of silver, and yet she's looking out at a house of gold and unhappy with her own silver. But she has a whole gold platter within her hand. Like this woman lives a good life. And that's what this envy card is saying. And when walking away is in front of it, it's almost as though, this challenge is acknowledging, I feel like, your life isn't good enough. That what you have isn't going to be enough to start you, or whatever that case may be, right? Okay, patience and the angel of love. These are the energies of the blockage, of the challenge here. Patience is a tough one, especially for me. Patience is something that is, it's that trusting process, trusting in the higher, and trusting that, life is going to unravel in its own time. And as humans, I mean, it's our nature to want things to speed up. It's our nature to want faster results. I mean, that's just who we are, okay? Like, that's not a personal dig. We all do it. But notice how this clock is on fire. She's an ice queen, and yet this clock is on fire because time is literally always burning. Like it goes faster than you want it to. And sometimes that wishing that things will go faster, you speed up life. And as we do that, we only have there is only so much to life. Do not waste it, praying that it's going to go faster. This patience and then this angel of love. To me, this is very much saying, this angel of love, I mean, the angel of love is talking about the heart of the matter, okay? Feelings, emotions, love, whether that's romantic or platonic or, wherever that love falls into your life. Sometimes, I mean, as a challenge, I feel almost like this love is just like, maybe there's not, maybe for some of you, this new beginning is a romantic connection of some sort, and it's not moving as fast as you would like it to see. But, one of the biggest things about patience that I have learned is it has to take its time, because certain stars are not aligned or in their proper places for us to be able to go forward on the path that we want. If we want a certain path, we have to accept that sometimes those paths aren't opened right in front of our faces at that time, because whoever we are wanting, to connect our path with, they're not to where we are yet. And there's that acceptance, there's that understanding within the whole of life. You must be patient because you cannot see the greater plan. You do not understand how it all is linked together, okay? And it all is. So in love, if there's something within your life right now that is causing you some frustration when it comes to like, okay, why isn't this moving at a faster pace? Please acknowledge that it takes time for the stars to align the way they need to go. You cannot see Spirit's master plan. Okay, you can't. That's how that goes. Yeah, the Chariot, see? Look at that, to clarify that, the Chariot. It is moving in the direction that it needs to go. It is moving exactly the way it needs to go. The Chariot is your destiny. It's the movement of your destiny. It's moving forward in your destiny, right? And this challenge is saying you are moving that way. But you have to allow the stars to align. I can't say that enough. You have to allow for things to unfold outside your narrow focused views. And that's not your fault. It's not that you're narrow minded. I'm not saying that. But you have to allow the things outside of what you can control and what you can see to unfold. Trust that it's moving. Okay, it is moving. Trust it. All right, so the conscious goal here. Let's see what the energy is for the conscious goal. What's the energy here for fire signs and their conscious goal for the last 2 weeks here? What is the energy of the conscious goal here? Energy, spirit for the conscious goal. Goddess of the moon. Look at that. That's connecting to your intuition. And sometimes it is tough. Sometimes the connecting to the intuition is a very tough thing for us to be able to do. And I acknowledge that. Even as the more I find that I move down into my spiritual growth path and my, my shadow works and stuff, it is really hard sometimes to be able to connect to your intuition, to be able to connect and see through the veil. The goddess and the moon is very high priestess to me, I find, she has that ability to just see beyond the veil, to trust within the shadows, to trust within, the higher. And as a conscious goal, this is a very important conscious goal for us to have, to be able to move through new beginnings and in uncharted waters. Like it takes that faith. It takes that faith not only in the higher, but in yourself to actually move yourself. And look at this. As I was saying, it takes that faith in yourself. Yes. Because connecting to your intuition is sometimes people will make you question that. And look at here. As the Seven of Swords came out, look at all these wands down here spewing their nasty ass shit all over her. Okay? There are going to be doubters. There are going to be haters. There are going to be naysayers and people who get in your way and say, really? That's what your intuition was telling you? Okay? Yes. Trust it. You need to sit with yourself and spirit and find your light, your solar plexus. Light that shit on fire, baby. Because that is where your direction is going to come from. That is where this connection to this goddess and the moon, where this understanding comes from, right? Don't worry about the naysayers. If they can't hear your intuition, so why are you asking them if it's right or not? They can't actually hear it, right? That's not for them to decide. That's for you to sit with and for you to figure out. Fire signs. Look at, you have the power within your hand, the magician. The power is within your hand to create whatever it is that you want in this life. You can go forward, you can go sideways, you can go whichever, up, down, it doesn't matter. You have the power to co-create and manifest what it is you want in this life. Trust your intuition because your intuition is telling you. It's saying, no, you have this. You've got this. This power is yours. Follow the signs, right? Follow the signs. Don't listen to other people's, no, this is you. This is a you decision. This is I am growing for myself here. This is all very one card. See, one person in each card. Your conscious goal is to trust this intuition. Your conscious goal is to find that solid place, that power within yourself, to know and have faith in yourself. You know, that's important. All right, let's see. Unknown influence coming in. What is the energy of some unknown influence coming in these next 2 weeks? That will change things up for the fire signs. Oh, envy again, friends. What's going on here? Look at envy and a woman holding her coin. Okay? You know, envy. Are you envious of your neighbor's fence? Of their beautiful green yard? You know? A woman holding a coin. Know your own worth here. Know that you, within this house of silver, still have so much worth. It doesn't matter that your house is not made of gold. Okay? How boring, right? Like, this unknown influence it's acknowledging. I really feel like it's almost acknowledging your worth here. And see how she's like got this black cat right here, and she's dressed in purple because she's intuitive. Again, she's listening to her intuition to understand and fully acknowledge her worth. And as she listens to her intuition, as she accepts who she is and the worthiness and the wholeness and the fulfillment that she has within herself. See that giant pentacle? Just like this, she has a gold platter, right? Like, she has all of these things within her hand, but she must first acknowledge and accept that these are my powers. These are the things that I have, you know? That is where power comes in, because once you start acknowledging the beautiful things that you have in your life, you co-create and manifest more of those same things. It's the law of attraction, okay? Do not be envious of your neighbor's house. Find and listen to your intuitions to find your own worth, your own self-fulfillment, okay? Don't worry about what your neighbor has here. Look, the Five of Swords came out, you know? Maybe people have been really like spewing and talking a lot of negative shit in the back. And the Five of Swords is it's a card of like tensions and listening to negative thoughts. You know, and that crow is sitting on his shoulder because the crow is spirit, and spirit is like literally squawking like, you are worthy, you are great, listen to me, you know? And see here, see how like this is like, there's almost like that kind of like wisp of like, I don't know. It's almost like spirit is just kind of like watching him. That's kind of how I feel. You know, like, okay, yeah, this guy's celebrating that he's done you wrong, but spirit's like, yeah, but I seen that, right? And spirit's sitting here saying, I seen that, I get it. Okay, yes, there are things in our lives that make us really doubt who we are. Our own self-talk can be some of the worst, you know, bullshit that we find. Past shit, right? People who have done us wrong, people who have cheated, people who have lied to us, you know, people who have done us wrong. I mean, that hurts us, and that affects our self-worth. It does, guys. Like that, there's no way around that. And sometimes because of those damages that other people have caused, it causes us to look at our own lives and be envious of somebody else's life. Look at somebody else's life and be like, oh, I wish I lived in your house of gold, right? But they're probably sitting in their house of gold looking at your house of silver and being like, oh, I wish I lived in a house of silver, okay? Like, yeah, it's you know, there have, but here, look at here. The Hanged Man and then the Six of Cups. The Hanged Man is saying this is time to actually reflect. This is time to actually sit with spirit and allow yourself to see this from a different perspective, okay? Change your view here. See that just because your journey was different than somebody else's and you don't live in that gold house, it doesn't mean that your journey has not been fulfilling or humbling or just for you, okay? The Six of Cups is about reflecting, looking back on all that it has taken to get you to where you are, the good parts, okay? The happiness, the growth. Again, this is a change of perspective, a change of perception. And as a human growing, a soul who wants to grow, you have to acknowledge and accept that change, okay? The option is going to be there. Spirit will give you the download and the information to really like, okay, look at things from a different perspective. That's what happens when you open yourself up to communication from a higher, okay? You will get those downloads and things, you'll start thinking of things and be like, well, that's a different change of perception. That's what the Hanged Man is saying. But then trust it. In order to actually be the Hanged Man, you must allow yourself the peace to sit there and actually look at it from a different perception, a different perspective, okay? Sometimes it just takes looking at the good. And sometimes you have to really dig to look at the good, but it's there if you really give yourself over to spirit to see it. Okay? All right, let's see what the energy of the past influence is here. What's the energy, spirit of the past influence? What past energy here is influencing this beginning? That's what we should be asking. What past energy is influencing? Look at that. The sixth chakra. Wow. Holy smokes. You guys are all about your intuition. Your third eye. You know, that's your sixth chakra. And this is your third eye. This, again, intuition. You know, talking about how you connect to your intuition, talking about following that intuition. You know, and I see this as a past influence. Like, you connected here. Okay, you connected to some sort of intuitive way forward. You did. That's exactly what what that is saying. And maybe you didn't. Maybe you did it, you know, subconsciously. And it probably wasn't a very easy road. The Six of Swords. I mean, it wasn't. This intuition and this connection to this intuition going forward, I mean, it wasn't an easy path to move along, you know, and that's the thing. Just because you have a third eye that can see at, you know, a higher kind of clearer, more view doesn't necessarily always mean that that path is an easy path. Sometimes that path is a very tough path. Sometimes, you know, the waters are rough. But again, spirit is in this, you know, is in this depiction, and spirit is pulling her boat through the rough waters, you know, away from the darkness, into the light, into the sunshine, into the new beginning. You know, and our intuition will guide us. Like, our intuition will continue to guide us no matter how rough the waters get. If you sit with yourself and connect, you will move forward. Spirit will not leave you hanging there. Okay? They won't. Yeah. Justice, look at that. Okay? You liberated yourself somewhere within this connection of truly listening to your intuition and listening to what it is that, you know, spirit was guiding you to move forward to. You liberated yourself. You balanced the scales here. You know, as the Justice card, when you can acknowledge that the way that things have been going in your life is not the way that you want to go, and you can change, you know, you can look at things from a different perspective. You can open yourself up and actually truly trust your intuition. You then begin to liberate yourself. You find this self-strength. Okay, you find the inner strength, the inner lion. And the Strength card is not about a big, bold, bronze strength. The Strength card is honestly about finding the strength within your soul. Because that strength within your soul is one of the hardest strengths to find. Punching somebody in the face is most times a lot easier than having this strength to, you know, acknowledge that you're a bigger person and they don't need to be punched in the face, right? Like, this self-strength is not an easy thing to come by. And your intuition has to guide you, because in order to actually connect to that kind of inner strength, you have to be connected and you have to be listening to spirit. Because that's where you find that solidness. That's where you find that peace. Like, okay, what I'm doing is for the best, right? It's where you find the ability to really co-create and move your life forward, change your life, bring birth into it. Okay, like literally, look, the Empress is talking about giving birth to life in all aspects, whether those are creative ideas or actually physically giving birth, whether to, you know, to a family or to a new child or to a new relationship. Like, she is the mother of Earth. Okay, she is the one who brings forward all of the co-creation and the manifestations with spirit. Okay, she is the mother of creating. And your intuition has really, this past influence, your intuition has guided you to that. Whether it was, you know, a romantic relationship or a new job opportunity or whatever that was, through the connection and the energy of that, you know, healthy kind of functioning third eye, that sixth chakra, you know, through that energy, you have really worked yourself through this path. You know, you've liberated yourself. You've really found that inner strength, and you've opened this door to begin this creativity, like to begin this co-creation with spirit, right? All right, let's see. What are our approaching energies here? The thinking man. Wow, look at that. This focus, okay? look at the archways behind him, okay? There's new opportunity here. There's new beginnings here. But this man is so focused on this crystal within his hand. It's almost as though spirit has just kind of like given you this crystal, and it's the crystal that's within your soul. And it's like you've become focused. You acknowledge that that crystal within you is so rare and so precious. And through your focus, through your commitment to seeing this grow and how this begins, you know, you grow this. You open new doorways, okay? You begin new beginnings, right? Approaching influence here. Yeah, look here, the wheel, you know, the time has changed. There is a change within this approaching influence of this focused energy. There is a change here, okay? Some sort of energy shift on something that you know, on something that I think has probably been very much holding you back, okay? Holding you back and keeping you trapped, okay? And it's almost as though you just have this new kind of focused outlook on this new intention to go forward, okay? And whether that's an idea or an actual tangible, you know, relationship or opportunity or something like that, it is this crystal within your hand. And that is, I mean, it's going to be different for all of us for what that crystal is within your hands. But there's a change here. Whatever it is, whatever this crystal to you is, it is something that's really, your past views on it have been trapping. Okay, they've been kind of depressing and lonely. Okay, very despairing and very controlling. You know, they took your power and they made you feel trapped here. You see how this reflection in this mirror, she's trapped, she's bound, she can't go forward, okay? It's almost as though the energy shift within this approaching influence is, it's this time to actually release yourself from that trapped feeling, okay? It's almost as though this thinking man has a new focus towards what these energies have been that have trapped him, you know? Whatever these energies have been in the past that have trapped him, there is a shift here, you know? And that doesn't even, like, the universe shifts all within its own. Like, you know, that's what astrology is. That's like, look at our world rotates within its own. So there is always shifting within our energies. I mean, the most consistent thing in our life is change. And sometimes our blessings come within the shift of the energy that we don't even necessarily understand how it shifted, but our focus changes. Okay, and I really feel like as an approaching influence, that is very much what's happening. The energies are shifting here, you know, and your focus will be changed. There is a more of a crystal clear kind of view on where this beginning is actually going for you. Okay, all right. So we are going to take the next cards are going to be 3 steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, and then an outcome. Step 1 here for the next 2 weeks. Step 1, the Ace of Cups. Spirit is offering you something here. Okay. Spirit is offering you a cup of love, and this isn't a cup that is for anybody else but you, okay? There can be other people involved for sure, but this is an opportunity. This is a gift that Spirit gave to you. And how you accept this cup is how this cup is going to be fulfilling, you know? If you look at it half empty, you will find no fulfillment. But if you accept this cup and you appreciate it and you welcome it into your life, you know, for the wholeness that it brings, beautiful things come from that. Step 2, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands, holy shit. Step 2, again, you know how I was talking, like that shift in with energies, and it's almost as though you just will begin, like this new focus kind of comes. That's what the Ace of Wands is. The Ace of Wands is almost that passion, that spiritual being that you are, set on fire, a new way forward, you know, a new beginning. Something that you are literally, something that just almost sets your soul. And look how it's her third eye here. That's on fire. Okay? Your intuition is guiding you yet again. Okay? Your being is being moved. Like your soul being is being moved, you know? So start moving your earthly body to catch up to that soul being. Because there's change here. There's beginning. All of these beginnings must be something that you accept into your life. Remember, if you close yourself off to them, then you do just that. You close yourself off to them. You must accept it. Look at that. The judgment, step 3, releasing. Okay? This is the coming, like this is the second last card of the major arcana. It's the releasement. It's coming through all of the lessons and acknowledging that who you are is just, it's authentically you. It is so empowering to acknowledge that the person you are, the person you choose to be going forward from here is a person that is going to serve higher intentions, the highest good. Okay? And that doesn't need to be major life-changing kind of worldly changing things. When you just step up and change who you are, the energies that you put out there, the human being that you choose to be every day, you change the world. You change your energy, therefore you change your mark on the world. That's how that works, guys. Okay? But these are steps. These are things that we must do. You must accept the cups. You must accept the cups. You must accept the new ideas, the new way forward, the new beginnings here. And you have to release yourself. You can't go forward with an old you. Okay? It's a new beginning. In order to go forward and accept the new you, you have to release yourself from the past, from your burdens, your limitations, okay? Your skewed view of yourself, because I can promise you, the higher does not see you as the skewed view you see yourself as. Absolutely not. All right, so this is the outcome. Outcome for the steps. The accepting of those cups, the accepting of the Ace of Cups, the accepting of the Ace of Wands, and then that releasing of self, What does the outcome look like through that? What does the outcome look like for the fire signs who choose to accept your cups? The Queen of Earth. The ability to literally manifest and co-create what it is you want in your tangible 3D world. Okay? The five of Wands again. Look at that. It's the power to take that energy and that drive and that focus in your life and really put it towards the things that are going to bring and manifest you a life of fulfillment and abundance. Tangible fulfillment and abundance, not just emotional, but actually in this world, Mother of Earth, tangible kind of abundance, It's focusing your energy. It's being able to actually co-create the things in your life and understand your mark, your worth, your place, okay? The Mother of Earth is so connected to the world around her. She really is, Get outside. Go and just sit by the water or sit in the grass, sit in the mountains, sit wherever you can sit, right? But connect to the earth so that you can see, kind of your way forward here. You can connect to that natural intuition that is going to be guiding you through this, okay? Look at that. On the bottom of this cups on the bottom of the good tarot here for this outcome was the Ace of Cups again. Accept the cup. Spirit will give you this opportunity, but you must be brave enough to accept it. You must acknowledge that the power is within your hands, the magician. The power is within your hands if you choose to accept the cup. If you choose to accept and acknowledge how powerful and blessed you truly are. Really, that's what it comes down to. All right, so let us see what... we're going to pull a moon card. Oh, I love the Moonology deck, I really do. And then we're going to pull one oracle card too from the oracle deck. I don't know if we'll do this Ancestors one or the Animal Spirit. What are you thinking? Ancestors. Let's see, what does the Moonology card have to say for today? The Moon card for the next 2 weeks here, Spirit. Be bold and make the first move. Isn't that beautiful? The Cardinal Moon. That actually came out for the air signs too. Be bold and make the first move. Don't wait for somebody else to chase your dreams, fire signs. Don't wait for somebody else to chase your dreams. All right. Somebody said the Animal Spirit when I was doing that. I heard it. So our oracle message, our final oracle message from today will be from the Animal Spirit. The Spirit Animal Oracle actually is what it's called here. Fire signs, embracing the energy of going forward in the next 2 weeks. What animal spirit are you asking the fire signs to embrace going forward in the next 2 weeks here, Spirit? The last 2 weeks of August. Woo, geez. The wolf spirit is what came out. Look at that. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Frick yes. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And I am definitely reading that one because they're... Look at this. All right. Wolf spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it all into your body, mind, and spirit? Whatever lesson you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal to your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You are the one you have been waiting for. Be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of the wolf spirit is an auspicious omen that says you are truly in alignment with your destiny. Seriously, wow. All right, fire signs, what a beautiful message to go out on. Turn your knowledge into wisdom. Okay, guys. Wow, what a beautiful reading. Thank you for being here. I would love to hear your comments. If you could hit that like button, that would be awesome. And until next time, take great care of yourselves, fire signs. Bye now.